Hey Robbie, Jack from Flat Cap Euro Talk again here to talk about, I guess, five players, five American players that maybe Spurs should take a look at that also could be available perhaps this summer, maybe even ones to keep an eye on. But let's bang on through this. Weston McKennie, I'm going to start off with the most obvious one, the one that is not a surprise. 23 years old. He's born in Texas as well, which is an extra bonus. Love Texas. 2025 contract. That means we're going to have to pay a bit for him because he's valued around 22.5 million pounds. They originally got him from Schalke. I think he's an excellent box to box midfielder, can also pop up with a goal as well. Extremely athletic, has a bit of techers on him as well, works extremely hard, kind of everything you want in a midfielder. Supposedly has some off the field kind of problems and antics, but I think he still could be a quality player in the future. Again, only 23 years old, but I expect we would have to pay around 30 to 35 million pounds around that mark, maybe even a bit more perhaps. But do let me know if Wes McKennie is kind of a player that you guys especially like, because I think he's one of the most well-known. Pulisic and Giovanni Reina, I feel like just aren't possible. Pulisic being that he's already at Chelsea and went for a huge fee. And then with Giovanni Reina, I think he's just that much of a wonder kid. I think he's still like a teenager. I think he might be 18 or 19 years old. He's developing at Dortmund. I only see him making a huge step up. Maybe he goes to Spurs, but that would be an incredible move. But I think he's already just turned into practically like a young under 21 superstar at this stage. But let's move on to Brendan Aronson from RB Salzburg. Really like this kid, actually. I've seen him a few times in the Champions League. He's looked really, really good. He's actually quite quick on the ball when he receives it, plays basically as a number 10, plays as a cam, and obviously plays with a very pressing young side. That RB Salzburg side is really, really young, and they're really energetic and full of kind of like, I don't know, like just, yeah, naivete, you could say, but also in kind of the good ways, I would say, because that RB Salzburg team were not really intimidated by anybody in their Champions League campaign this season. Really liked how they played. Contract is in 2025. That's when it expires, 21 years old, valued around 18 million pounds. If we're looking for that creative midfielder that can also be a bit more dynamic on the ball, Brendan Aronson is actually one I would take seriously and someone we should keep an eye on. I think he's impressed from whenever I've seen him. Born in New Jersey, by the looks of it. Sergio Dest, right back for Barcelona. I think plenty of people probably know about him. I'm not really his biggest fan, I must say, mostly because I've seen maybe some of his worst moments this season. Saw that atrocious sitter that I remember he missed in the El Clasico way back under Ronald Koeman when he was playing as a right winger or something like that. He just had this incredible sitter that he missed. Then, as well as a right back, I feel like he's not defensively good enough as right back, but he is good enough going forward. So, as a right wing back, potentially that would be where we would get the best out of Sergio Dest. I think at this moment in time, valued around 16 million pounds. I think he moved from Ajax for around that fee as well. He was actually born originally in the Netherlands and raised in the Netherlands, but I think has an American mother that I believe so. He, has chosen the U.S. national team. We're very thankful for it. 2025 contract is when it expires. Don't really see this one happening unless Xavi gets really, fed up with the guy. But I feel like he's going to continue to give him a chance. Eunice Musa, really like this kid. Really like this kid. Plays over at Valencia. He can play as a right winger, can play as a right mid, can sort of play through the middle. I've seen him in one game play through the middle with Valencia, but that was a bit strange. He's full of pace, full of energy, only 19 years old, 16 million pounds. No, 13.5 million pounds. Should be probably valued a bit more. I bet his value is just skyrocketing. 2026 contract is when it expires. Born in New York, born in the Big Apple as well. Eunice Musa, I think, is an absolute baller. Everybody really do keep an eye on this kid and someone I feel like we should actually take a hit at because he's only going to get better from here. Maybe he could be sort of as an alternative to Kulusevski, one that could actually just, knock it by somebody and just take him for pace and athleticism, but as well as really clever and intelligent on the ball. Love Eunice Musa. And he's kind of like Brian Hill, where he's been one of those younger players for Valencia that they've really relied on this season. So love Eunice Musa, everybody. Last one here, Anthony Robinson. You might know him from Fulham. From my seeing eye test, I just like him. I think he's a good, solid player, really tall, plays as kind of a left back / a left wing back. I think good enough defensively, but is good going forward as well. Valued only around 8 million pounds. I think his contract is up in 2024. Born in Milton Keynes, actually, in England. So also been kind of developed through the English system. So I feel like he would be actually a good buy, actually, if we wanted to get rid of either Sessegnon or Reguilon. I think he'd actually be a good cheap alternative, but also just someone who I do kind of like and kind of respect in the way that he plays. Thought he did really, really well under Scott Parker during his time in the Premier League. But that will be it, everybody. Do hope you enjoyed. Everybody do head on over to my channel if you feel like we're looking for this kind of debate today with Darius. We're going to be talking about which kind of Spurs transfer rumors would be the best for Conte. So we're going to be lining up all the Spurs transfers, all those rumors that you've been seeing, and we'll be kind of talking about, which ones might be best for Conte and which one we see happening. Do let me know if that sounds interesting to you guys, and do head on over there. But thanks again, Robbie. I'll be seeing you.